we are going to reverse the linked list. So how do we reverse the linked list? Assuming that's a single linked list. So in the single linked list, first thing what we'll check is if the head is actually equal to null, or if the head dot next is equal to null, which means that either the list is empty or there's only one element inside the list. In both of those conditions, we don't need to do anything, we can just return. Otherwise, what we need to do is our head is, let's say this was our list, our head was over here and our tail is over there, right? We have a null. So what we do is, like, as soon as I break this node, what will happen is that it will we'll lose the entire linked list. So what we do is we actually create three different nodes, right? So one is called the tail, a front, back, or middle. We can say front, back, or middle. So right, so this is my back node, this is my middle node, and this is my front node. So I will have a back node, a middle node, and a front node. So I will go in a while loop while this front node is not equal to null. While the front node is not equal to null, what we are going to do is middle dot next, which was pointing to the front, should start pointing to the back. So our code will be middle dot next is equal to back, and back will move it to middle. Back is equal to middle, and middle will be equal to front, and front will be equal to front dot next. Okay, so we will do this. So basically what we are doing is we are breaking one of this list, one of this node. We are breaking this node, pointing it to back, and then after that we are moving the back to the middle, middle to the front, and front to the front dot next. That's basically the code which is there, right? So this is a non-recursive function. It's an iterative function, and the thing is that it should be a single linked list. It is a single linked list, and there should not be any cycle. If there's a cycle, then it will go in an infinite loop. Okay, so let's actually start writing the code for that. So we'll say public void, a public void, and reverse list. Okay, a reverse list. Okay, so over here, first thing what we'll do is we'll check if head is equal to null, or head dot next is equal to null, right? If head is null or the head dot next, which means that there is only one element inside it, or there is no element inside this linked list. So in both of these conditions, what we are going to do is we are going to just return. We don't need to do anything, right? Next, what we'll do is we'll actually create three nodes. So we'll say node t, and we'll say back is equal to null. So back will be pointing at null, middle will be pointing at the head, and the front will be pointing to head dot next. Okay, so we have all these three. Then what we'll do is we'll go in a while loop while front is not equal to null. While front is not equal to null, what we are going to do is we are going to say middle dot next, instead of pointing to middle dot next pointing to the front, we'll say middle dot next is equal to back, and we'll move the back to the middle. We'll say middle will be equal to front, and front will be equal to front dot next. Okay, so we continue doing all of that. In the end, what will happen is front would have gone to the last node. Then we actually have to do mid dot next is equal to back. We have to do this one more time, and then the head was still actually pointing over here. So instead of head pointing over here, we'll point the head to the last node, which is the middle node. So we'll say head is equal to middle. I think that should just do it for reversing the list. We'll come over here, we get the nth from the end, and we'll say list dot reverse list, and then we'll say list dot print list. So first it should print 5, 1, 6, 7, 23, 8, 23, 8, 9 and null. Next it should print 9, 8, 23, 7, 6, -1 and 5, right? So we actually do that. Let's just run this. I think it should work. Okay, 9, 8, 23, 7, 6, -1 and 5.